Hello and welcome to Sorare Sunday for the 3rd of March to the 9th of March. Let's have a look at what we did this week. Okay, so this week we are going back to the weekend of the 4th. Oh wait, Monday was the 4th, wasn't it? Yeah, no, Tuesday was the 4th, so like 2nd and 1st I think was the weekend. Um, So yeah, we did okay. We got 19 essence and 2,500 XP. Like I said last video, they've changed the reward system. So still trying to get used to it. We got our essence straight away, so we've like topped up our essence straight away with 27 there. Um, Overall, let's have a look how we did. We had a special for K League and J League. And we didn't really get anything too outstanding. I mean, Sacco did well. Goalkeeper, both goalkeepers, actually all of the goalkeepers. Matthews didn't do great, but he still did well. Did okay. Sandy Walsh played okay. Other than that, everything was kind of normal. Michael James getting a 51. So I think I've got a few players which are on rotation. So I had a few players who aren't playing but would usually play, like Van Wormensmecken. Van Wormeseken, I think it is. He's a very good defender, but he doesn't always play because I think because of his age, maybe he's on rotation. So he's one of the players which you'll see you either have to gamble with or you just don't include him. I gambled with him. It didn't work out. In the All-Star, I had some players who did really well, so it's really annoying that I had a few players again in the J League which I think are I'm because it's new season, kind of figuring out who's still a starter and who isn't. Because Yamamoto and Tulio were both starters last season, and both of them didn't play. So I'm not sure if there's injuries or they're just being dropped because of new signings or something like that. But those two not playing kind of ruined us. Miriani giving away a goal and getting a 19 didn't help, but Krul getting a 93 in goal with a clean sheet, and Fellhauser getting a goal with a 90 is pretty decent. And then Anili getting 102 because I captained him, smashing it. And actually, oh man, I'm so bad with pronouncing stuff, aren't I? Coronel getting a 74 with a clean sheet is pretty decent as well. So goalkeeper's doing well so far. But we didn't get anything for that. We got only XP for our La Liga stuff. The Valencia, no, not Valencia, sorry. The Villarreal game got postponed. So all of my Villarreal players didn't play. And this guy I thought was Villarreal, but he's actually moved to Leganes. So my Villarreal stack is no longer a fully... Oh, well, I didn't have the keeper either, but I might have to see if there's any cheaper Villarreal players I can fill in with that. Anthony doing okay. He played okay against Real Madrid, but they did get the goal. So get the win even, sorry. So doing pretty well. Luca Bacchio getting 110 with a goal and a captaincy. He's really good in La Liga. He's scoring goals for fun at the moment for Seville, I think it is. So, but Romero getting a 7 is terrible. So not doing well there. And again, Aramburu for Real Sociedad. They did play against Barcelona. That's like one of the hardest fixtures all season for them, for any La Liga team, let's be honest. So weren't quite there. And Chavaria getting a 79 because I captained him, and a 71 for Pastise. So how close were we to actually getting something useful? 36 points and 24 points. So we're not a million miles away for La Liga. Bundesliga, we got 2 essence because Atubulu has, I think, gone something crazy like 400 minutes without conceding a goal or something like that. It's like the stat is insane. So he's playing really well. Although the rest of the team couldn't help him out to get a win. It was just a 0-0 draw, but 138 score for him put us well in with we're 90 points ahead. We're only 10 points away getting from some money, but alas, it was not to be. And the other team, we didn't do that as well. I mean, a few players. Maurice Muller did fairly well for a secondary keeper who's been brought in for injury, and Walter made doing okay, but that's only because he's got captaincy. So MLS, we got 5 essence here, 500 XP, and then we were well off with this one. Thing is with MLS, we can't afford the keepers yet. I'm hoping the keepers will go down in price so that I can have a full in-season stack, but I'm not spending 30, 40 quid on an MLS goalkeeper at the moment. It's insane. And they're the cheap ones. Like, the prices for keepers are absolutely insane at the moment. But I did get Jason Russell Rowe, who's this young Canadian forward, got a goal in his first game and a goal again here, 104 with him captained. And everyone else, I mean, Peter Stroud doing okay with 61, Lamborda doing okay with 63, and then the other two doing just fine. But it was enough to get us 5 essence, which isn't too shabby. And we were only 42 points. That was a bit more daylight between us and getting some money. But yeah, with the other team, the keeper did awful. Paez did not do well. But Jean Jacques got 68, and Hlong Huan got a 65, and 57 for Javian Brown isn't too shabby either. So those 3 players kind of dragged us through, but I'm not surprised. I'm surprised we got anything, to be fair, with that team. That's not that great scoring. With this team, the new keeper that I signed, because he was quite cheap for an MLS keeper, 40, not too shabby. Plays for is it Vancouver? I think. Yeah, Vancouver Whitecaps. Carl Rose, I have had this card from when I used him for Hearts. So he's now playing for DC United, and he looks like he's playing regularly and doing quite well for them. So not too shabby. But then the rest of them are kind of just okay players. The MLS prices are still inflated, so I'll probably top up my team because the MLS players will last for longer because their season only just started. So I'll probably top up my team in a few months' time when it's all calmed down a bit. Nothing in the classics. No one really did that great apart from Dan Thorhalsen getting a goal with a 65. He came on as a sub, got a goal. Not too shabby. I'd be happy if it was him. In terms of the champion stuff, we did fairly well with this team. The standouts are Salzo with 102 and Heuberg with 78. The rest doing okay, getting 500 XP, but 3 points away from getting some more essence. So we're getting close, just not quite there. The other 2 in-season teams were just very, very average. And in the classics, we didn't get anything. Although this team, 7 points away from getting two essence, is a bit annoying. For some reason, I feel like the classics rewards are now better than the in-season. Don't get me wrong, getting money is great, but it's very hard to get up to that point of getting money. And the stuff that you can get is just XP and 5 essence. Whereas with the classics, you can get essence and then you just get a card. And I prefer to get a card than essence, to be fair, because it's quite fun to see what you get. But we'll see. We'll see how the classics go. Because sometimes I can get quite good scores for classics because of the cheaper cards you can pick up. But yeah, look at this. Asano, who hasn't scored in time. I can't remember the last time I've seen him on the score sheet. Got a goal, a 70 score. And Karache, I think is how you say it, is 79. And Lazaro getting an assist in a 66. Like that, those 3 absolutely smashing it. Goodmanson 56 when he was captained. I kind of wish I'd captained Asano, but and I didn't have a keeper. I don't have any keepers for champion that can play in classics, so just had to play someone who I knew wouldn't play. Moving down to challenger, we did get 5 essence here, and we were 32 away from getting some money. Antman getting 2 goals, captained him as well, got 121. Barrington Diaz is doing a lot better now. He's not in the Premier League. He's a championship striker. He loves it there. Getting a goal and an assist, 82 for Sheffield United. He's definitely found his level. It's a shame though, because I think if he had a little bit more luck on his side, maybe he wasn't playing for a relegation team who are struggling anyway, he could potentially be a good Premier League striker. but just not at the moment. I mean, he's young. He's got time. Give him a few years. You might see him back in the Premier League with a honed craft, so to speak. Brian de Kersmaker getting a goal as well in the 92, which is good because he's been out with injury and stuff. So this is him kind of getting himself back in. I have two Mirianis for some reason. I think I accidentally brought them both ages ago. Meant to buy one, got two by accident. But he's done awful. He's usually a fairly solid defender though, so it's a bit annoying. Gunnock doing all right as well with a 77. Vlap doing okay. Other than that, no one else doing fantastically well. My AZ team lost 3-1 to Herveen, so it wasn't to be. That was never gonna get me anything for that result. In terms of the classics, we got 2 Essence from this team. Abu Francis doing great, although I think midweek he got sent off, so he's kind of a hot cold player, you might say. Sebastian Haller not really finding his feet in Eredivisie just yet. He's struggling in Holland. He hasn't played too well for Utrecht. Hopefully he'll be able to pick up his form like he did. He was in Germany, I think, last, wasn't he, or something like that. He's definitely off the boil, but I think give him some time, he'll start to find his feet again and start smashing in the goals, hopefully, for Utrecht. Lukovic scoring for Herveen. There you go. I had both sides of the team, so I was win one way or the other, but I was way off in terms of getting any rewards there. And Kenneth Taylor getting a goal for Ajax, the only goal actually. So lone scorer and captain, so got 122, but the rest of the team wasn't quite there, so we didn't get anything for it. My Hibs team got us 5 Essence. Jack Arundel got his first ever goal, I think, for Hibs it was, and an assist. So he had an amazing game, got a 90. And everyone else did okay. Martin Boyle getting a goal as well. So they're doing pretty decent, Hibs. Happy with that little stack that I've got there. And then 500 XP from this team. Salinger usually plays a lot better. You can have off games, do you know what I mean? So he conceded 3 goals. He only got 32. Ron Ivaldo back with the goals. He's been a little bit quiet as of late, so glad to see him scoring again. And Theo Val's having a bit of a quiet game as well. So a few of the big, a few people back into form, a few people out of form that were. It'd be nice if they were all in form at the same time to get me some really good scores, but it just isn't to be. One of our teams got relegated, man. Right there, Korshkavelli getting an 82, but everyone else doing trash. So we were 11 points from safety. We're relegated down to the 3rd division with that one. This team, to be fair, that team didn't do too bad. With a 74 for a keeper and an 89 for a defender who got an assist. It was just because we had a player who didn't play. I think we probably would have been 42 points away from getting Essence, but I don't know. I feel like that was closer than it looks. And then in the under 23s, nothing to write home about really. No one did that great. Ayala doing a 95 in the MLS, so not too shabby. Podgrianu, the Israeli striker for is Hercules. These guys, aren't they? I nearly called them Herveen there. There's too many names in the Eredivisie, but he got an assist, played fairly well, and Meerstu getting an assist as well in the Belgian leagues. So overall, I was surprised Duran didn't score. Duran has been smashing in the goals, but he didn't get a goal in this game, which was for some Asian Cup or something like that. So disappointing, but we didn't get anywhere close to getting anything. Maybe 13 points is close enough to be like, oh, we were so nearly there. I'm a bit annoyed by this. I was 19. I've never won this like Commons free to play. 19 points away. And it was just because I chose a defender who wasn't like Luke Kabir did not do well enough. But Micah Birif getting a hat trick and 123 because I captained him. Lamal getting a 78. Olissi getting an 82 with a goal. Milinkovic Savic getting 80 with a clean sheet. It was all perfect up until him. I was so close to getting $2 in credit, but it wasn't to be. So that was my weekend. Then if we go over to the midweek, which is a lot quicker, we had some which I was actually really close with. So I was thinking midweek going forward when it's European competitions, I'm probably going to really struggle with because I don't think I've got many teams like in it. But AZ won against Tottenham, and I've got basically a full stack there, but I wasn't able to put down a full stack because it limits how many players on the same team you can have. It's only 3. Um, Chelsea could potentially, so Nkuku and Ajax might be out, so I can't use Kenneth Taylor in the next couple of weeks. But there's a second leg to play, so Ajax could pull it back. They're 2-1 down, but they are going away from home. AZ are going to be away from home next against Tottenham, so they could be out as well, but you never know. I've got the GOAT, Anthony, getting I think it was an assist at 103, and they drew 2-2, but again, I would expect them to go through. And it was a 1-1 draw for Real Sociedad against Man United. Players didn't get a great score. I don't think Ramiro is that good of a keeper, to be honest, but we'll have to wait and see how his season goes. I'll probably do a little bit of a look back over the La Liga season to see if he's even worth using as a starter keeper in that league. But he might just have been having a bad run. Do you know what I mean? In terms of All-Star, Jordi Alba doing great with an 85, but everyone else either didn't play or did not play well. And then for the European Classics, I was really close, and then I was in the rewards section, and then other games played the next day, and we were like well out of it. And I think it's just because I don't have a keeper to play in the Euros. But Rashford not doing great, but Trossard getting a goal with an 85, and Calafiori, my new card that I got last week, got a goal and an assist and an 88 score. So very happy getting that card pull now because he was absolutely smashing it. 55 points doesn't do it justice. We were so close. I feel if we would have got a keeper that would actually play in Europa League or something like that. No, this is Champions League, isn't it? In Champions League, we would have been up for something there. But you can just go again. Do you know what I mean? Just keep trying. Under 23s, dross, nothing happened there. And my European team, what a change from the weekend. I did not pick a good European team here. Salah having an unusually quiet game. Yamal having an unusually quiet game. Bernardo Torres doing awful. Bernardo? What did I call him? I think I wanted to call him Fernando Torres for some reason. Bruno Fernandes. There we go. Doing awful, conceding a penalty, getting a 23. And Raul Asensio only getting a 45. So, yeah, I was definitely not up for anything there, was I? But yeah, we'll go next week. I think this weekend and the midweek next week should be fairly good. I think we've got internationals coming soon. I can't remember when, but internationals should be interesting because I think I've got quite a lot of cards which would fall in the internationals. So we might be able to do quite good setups, like teams in that. It just depends if like goalkeepers are playing and stuff like that. But not too shabby. We're now going to go on to my player to watch. Okay, so my player to watch, we've been going through contender sort of J League and K League players, and I thought I'd suggest a goalkeeper, which I think is, I think he's a great shout. If you look at his scores that he gets, yes, he has some bad patches, but he this season has started really strong. 94, 70, 65, 64, clean sheets and saves and stuff, like smashing it. Ilgyu Park. He plays in Japan for Yokohama Marinos, okay, or F Marinos. I'm not sure how to say that team name completely. And he's a really good keeper. He's 35, so you might think he's a bit old, but I know in Japan they play quite like late in life. Like you've got like 50-year-olds in the J League still playing. Iniesta went there after he basically retired from Barcelona and played there for years. So a lot of players play a lot longer in Japan. So I think 35, and especially for a keeper, you're probably looking like he's got a few years left in him. He's not too shabby. If you look at the price for an in-season, you can pick him up for around a tenner, which for a goalkeeper is pretty decent. Even if you want to pick him up from Sorare and you can get like a percentage off if you've got it. Like your those credits that you can pick up, like the certain 50% off. You could pick him up for £11, which is pretty decent for a keeper who can play in contender. If you want to pick him up off season, you can pick him up for £3, like 3.50 sort of thing. So like a very affordable keeper, and I think he plays regularly. He's not really ever been dropped unless he gets injured, and he doesn't really get injured, and he has the potential to have great games. So I think he's just a no-brainer for a contender goalkeeper. And the season for J-League has just started, so he's going to have quite a lot of games going forward. So for the rest of the year. So that's my shout for player to watch. Let me know if there's any players you're keeping an eye on, or any leagues that you want to kind of focus on and think about what players would be good to pick up for like an affordable price. Let me know in the comments, because I mainly go for a lot of Eredivisie, like Dutch League and J League, and I've done a little bit of MLS and I've done a little bit of Premier League and stuff. But like I won't pick up like a lot of them. I'll just pick up like one or two which are affordable. So yeah, let me know if there's a league which you're like, oh, let's have a look at this one and see if there's any good ones in there. Because I've done a bit of Austrian league as well. So there's options. So let me know. But we're gonna now move on to what's in the box. What's in the box? Okay, and what I said last time in last week's video about the boxes, what's in the box section might have to change wording or something like that. This shows why, because I didn't get any boxes, like limited boxes. I only got Rivals boxes this week. Luckily I got 10 of them, so hopefully there's something good in there. But like, yeah, that's something which is going to be a struggle, because Rivals is going to go soon. I think within the month they said it's going to be heading off. Oh, we got some limited essence, nice. But so it might be that we just don't get boxes. Some weeks we'll just be completely boxless and won't be able to do anything there. But we'll just have to play it by ear. I think this is a weird transition phase where they're changing a lot of how Sorare works, and some of it I think will probably be changed again for when it doesn't work, and some of it will be kept, and we'll have to kind of adjust how we do things our side of that. So it might just be that we have to expect more direct essence rewards and then do an essence pull rather than opening loads of boxes. But they are going to be replacing Rivals with a free-to-play option, which I think they said is going to be like the NBA dailies. So it could be that we win boxes through that and we can keep what's in the box because it works still. So it's all up in the air, but we'll see. So I got about 3 essence there through the Rivals boxes, and the rest was arena tickets. So nothing to shout about, but we do have enough essence to do a pull. One thing which I'm thinking is I potentially might, in the next month, save my essence till I get 100 and try a T3 pull. Let me know again in the comments what you think. If you think like a T3 pull would be worth saving up for, if you think I should just keep doing T5s and hoping that we pull some good stuff. I don't necessarily know what's in each tier. I just think maybe it would be worth saving up that 100 and seeing if we get something really good, or just doing the 20s and just we can do them basically every week, I think then. But yeah, let me know what your opinion is in the comments, what you'd like to see me do. But let's craft this one today. We'll definitely do this one today, and then we'll decide for next week if we're going to do that. So let's reveal my card. Got an Argentinian midfielder for I don't know that team. Is that Argentinian team? All right, not crazy about this one. It does make me want to save up that 100 essence so that we can get maybe a better pull. Very rarely plays, but is a very young player. 20-year-old midfielder, Elias Ocampo. Plays in contender. can play in under 23s, obviously, as well, but doesn't play, so not very helpful. He plays for, yes, this is Argentinian league. Plays for Rosario Central, and they are. Oh, I didn't even realize the leagues must not be. Oh no, some of the leagues are playing, some of them aren't. I don't know how the If anyone knows how the Argentinian leagues work, can you let me know? Because the Group A and B have played like 9 or 8 games, and Group B and A here have played no games. Are they? Oh, 1 minute. So they're the same teams. So Group A and B is here twice. I'm very confused by this layout. Okay, so they're second with 17 points, equal with Independiente. Independiente, I think is how you say it. So they're a good team in Argentina, but is he ever going to play for them is the question. I don't know. I'll keep hold of him and I'll keep an eye. Every now and then I'll dip into the team and just, or dip into the card and just see if he's played. He does sometimes play from looks of it. They've played him a couple of times, but he hasn't done anything special just yet. But he's only 20, so there's a lot of room for growth. So yeah, that was a little bit of a disappointing one. But we're going to move on to NBA now. Okay, so we are in the NBA, and what we've done so far is we've done all right for the dailies. I need to do my daily hoops and pickups for today. But overall, we got 35 common and tier 4. And we were 2 points away from a reward there. We're so close, yet so far. That's so annoying. So we're getting stuff every day, basically. So we've got a 35 and a tier 4 in the commons there. And we're building up our commons collection so that we can play some really good hands and commons. And if you can get good enough, you can get boxes and stuff. So that's what we're trying. Getting the 20 here. And we were well off with the limited. Sometimes the limiteds are just going to be bad. We're going to have to take that on the chin. And then on the 4th, 35 and then nothing. 10 points off here, though. With that. Like 116 from LeBron James, and we still didn't get anything. Slightly frustrating. And then to finish it off, we got 65 here with nothing else for these guys. So we did okay with daily hoops, mainly just building up the commons. Hopefully going to start getting some more box rewards and stuff like that through those dailies. And then in terms of how we did for the week, I think, do we count this one? Because it was ended on the 3rd, which is the start of this week. We got a tier 3 common and a 3-star box. Smashed it. This team did well. Even with Alex Len not playing, we got a 3-star box. So if we had another player, potentially, we'd have got 4-star box or even a 4-star with a tier 3 card. So it's a bit frustrating. We didn't get just that little bit extra. And then in this one, we got nothing. So really annoying that we didn't get anything because we were close with some. 6 points there. So close. And 21 points is pretty close as well. So hopefully we'll get something in this week coming. We have a lot of games which haven't been played, but we'll just have to wait and see. No people out just yet, and we've got a few green scores, which is always looking good. But we did get some boxes. So we're going to open those boxes now. There we go. So I've got a limited NBA box, 3-star. What are we going to get? 5 essence. That puts us up to 21 essence. And then I think I got this box through buying a card on the market for... I brought a Memphis card and I got a box for that. I'm pretty sure that's where this one's from. So we're just going to open this up and see what we get. 20 essence. Damn. That was a lot. What were the chances on this one? 7.5% of getting 20 essence. So actually that was that was not the highest chance. We got a good pull there. So 20 essence, which means we are 9 away from a T4 pull again. With this one, for NBA, what do you guys think? Are we saving our essence to try and get to like 100 to do a T3 pull? Is that worth it? Or are we just spending our 50 once we get it? Because we've got some bad pulls so far in the T4 pluses. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you think it's worth doing the T4s, because by the time you saved up, you could have got 2 cards out of the 1 and things like that. Or if you think, do you know what? Save up. It's definitely worth getting the higher cards because you're more likely to get something that's usable and good. Because I'm really unsure at this point. I've been doing T4s and I haven't got anything worth a penny, really. Like, none of them are good enough to be playing in lineups, and none of them are worth any money either. So, like, they're not really any good. So I'm unsure whether a T4 pull every time is worth it. But we're getting there. We're not that far off getting another pull. So if we do it, hopefully we'll get something better this time. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the Sorare Sunday. It's probably going to have, like I said, have some changes made to it over the next month or so, depending on what changes happen within Sorare. But yeah, let me know also in the comments what you think about the changes in Sorare, because I'm undecided. I can understand why they did them, but I feel like they're probably taking away from the people who play it for fun and aiming it at the people who just chuck loads of money in it. And it's probably really naive of me to think that they would do anything other, but you still want the majority of people to have fun on this game, don't you? I mean, I don't know. I feel like the rewards are going to be readjusted at some point so that they work a little bit better for the common everyday player. But let me know what you think in the comments. And thank you for watching. Remember to come back next week to see more Sorare content. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you when I see you.